What's up, team? Good morning. Let's make sure I got sound and all that fun stuff. Hope you guys got some sleep because I didn't. I don't understand what's been the deal with her doing what she's been doing, this type of. So we're good. We got sound. I don't understand why she's been doing this. I really don't. My cat just started staying up, sleeping all day, staying up all night, coming in. We ended the stream last night. I think at like what 10:45, 11. I was up at 12:30. I fell asleep after the stream. Up at 12:30, and then was able to fall back asleep. And then I've been up since 3 o'clock. She didn't mess with me. I thought I'd be good, but nope. 3 o'clock. Meow, loud. Oh man, I was so angry. I took a little bit of melatonin, and then it just. Oh man, it's. I'm like, she knew I was upset because I'm like, how do you expect me to feed you, right? You want to be fed, you gotta let me sleep. So I hope you guys are doing great. If you could and you haven't already done so, hit the like button. Share this with a friend, someone that'd like to learn about the equity markets and trading. Um, so yeah, like, share, and subscribe. That's all we ask for. We're gonna get into the markets. Some small caps that are running. Um, VH, VFS, I think it is. What do I have here? So we have some news this morning. 3M. We're looking at Tesla. There's a lot. There's a lot on the list. CrowdStrike. I think it was weird because they said it was upgraded, but then yet it's down. So I don't know what's going on with CrowdStrike. If it was a downgrade or if it was an upgrade, because they said an upgrade and they're like Morgan Stanley downgraded or something of that nature. I'll have to look into it. Um, Xpeng is going to team up with Didi for the rideshare app. That's XPEV. XPEV. It's gapping up and it's at a key level here. So we will see what's to come with this. Let me see here. Got a little room to go. We got a little room to go, and then I'd look to be short in this thing. But it's in an uptrend, so I'm not going to be doing anything, and I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm hoping today we get some decent liquidity. That's a really nice breakout there, right? That's a really nice breakout. But anyway, I want to see what type of volume we get this morning, how we go into the day. I've been watching Tesla. I have a circle up there. I'm sure that's there for a reason. So Tesla's pretty strong this morning. I'll be watching. Tesla will be on watch. That'll so far be my number one watch. I did find, I think it might have been XPEV that had a nice head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders pattern. I think, right? Yeah, right here, guys. See this? It doesn't look that good on the 15-minute chart, but look at this daily chart here. If I bring this up, right? Look at that. I mean, it's there, but it's also not, right? So, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We'll see what happens. Maybe we can get it to retest this $16.50, $17 area. So that's what I'll be watching for. I have a couple other things on the list. Again, some small caps. Hold on one second. All right, let me see here. So yes, that's going to be VFS. Was VFS is the other ticker. Thanks, guys. For that. Hope you guys are doing good this morning. I did write down a couple levels last night. Let me get into. I have to get these. I want to get these other like charts up. So we'll start off with the overall market. What we think the direction is going to be. Microsoft with that Activision and Blizzard. There's like it's like a two. It's a two-part deal, I think. Um, so we'll get into it. Let me, real quick, I'll only be 2 minutes. Let me go make a cup of coffee real quick. It's already made. I've already went through a pot of coffee. Only a five, like a 5.5, maybe six, close to 6. It's a smaller pot. So, but I started to fall asleep at like 6 o'clock this morning. I was going through some charts and sitting here going through charts. That's one way to put you to sleep. If you ever want to go to sleep, sit here and go run through charts. So we got a lot of different charts we'll look at, from Tesla to the S&Ps to Meta, Google, Amazon, right? Double bottom off the 100-day on Amazon. So there should be a lot of good stuff. We'll see. Maybe we'll catch some pullbacks and maybe swing along. And we'll check out the weekly chart to see what we do for last week's candle, right? Where do we open? Right? What's our range? And I like to kind of base some of my trading off of, the prior 2 weeks, and obviously our areas. So this is going to be a key area up here at this 444, 443. But we'll get into that. Let me put in the 5-minute chart. Again, give me like 5 minutes. So Tesla is strong. Lizzie and Saunders brought up a good point, by the way, guys. Remember that the rebalancing of the S&P, actually the tech sector has been weighted a lot further to the downside. So keep that in mind when you talk about markets going up and down. It's not just about tech anymore, because I think they've added more weighting to their energy part. They've taken more so to their. She said it was like, I forget what she said, but we could always look that up. We could always look it up. So give me 5 minutes, guys. I will leave you guys with a couple things. Let's see here. Yields. That's going to be one of our yields. Dollar. Matter of fact, I should be looking at the euro. Let's hope we can get a decent pullback in the dollar. All right. Man, if only the euro can claim this bounce, that would be so awesome, right? Claim that bounce, get itself back up here. It's a 1.1. So I'd like to see if we could. We just gotta see if we can hold this bounce. We have been putting in higher lows, so that's pretty. That's something we can hang our hats on. That's fact. Let's see here. Let me redo this. So we're getting a little bit of a pullback, as we should. Again, this yellow line here in this ascending wedge is pretty key. So let's look at the longer end of the bond yield. So there's a nice pullback. It's actually pulling itself back a little bit more so than the 10-year, right? So there's clear divergence there. And I think you've had a lot of positioning there. Looks like the yield, I knew it. So here we go. So we're starting the week with the front end of the curve, the short end of the curve rising, rising quicker and, rising faster than the long end of the yield curve. So again, even if the yield curve were to catch up and uninvert, usually when it's uninverted from being inverted is when it's not like when you see the recessionary, there's no real like few specific things, but usually when you're in the recession is when the yield curve is already uninverted and you're in the recession. So that's something to think about. But yeah, so we'll check out, where is GLD? So GLD a little bit on the rise. Let's look at GDX. So there's a nice reversal on GDX, guys. That's a nice reversal on GDX. I'd like to see if I can get short this name. Let me see. I think I'm just having a little connection issues with the here we go. All right. So, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, and I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. Just gonna go add some. I just want to make sure. Okay, so I am live. I'm not recording. Awesome, awesome. All right, and if you guys have tickers, throw them in the chat. If you guys have any questions, you can throw it in the chat. Let's have a great day, guys. Let's have a great week, great day, all that fun stuff. Like I said last night, I'm ready to kill it. I'm ready to have a great week. And I would like to come out victorious the end of this week. We're going to come out victorious. Give me 5 minutes, and I will be right back.
Administration's targets for Medicare price negotiations and the latest on updated COVID vaccine boosters. Squawk Box. We'll be right back.
BC.
Good morning. We do begin the week in this Monday with futures in the green, helped by Fed Chair Powell, maybe. The S&P and the NASDAQ managed to close higher last week following multiple down weeks in a row, mostly due to the big gains we saw on Friday. Meanwhile, 3M is reportedly near a multi-billion-dollar settlement over allegedly defective earplugs. This would come on top of the billions of dollars 3M may owe over so-called forever chemicals. And the government prepares to bargain over prescription drug for Medicare patients. Huge sums of money could be on the line. We'll talk about that. And those new COVID variants with former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb. The final hour Squawk Box begins right now. We're going to do a 3-box, although there's 4 of us now. It's 2 and 2. 2 and 2 with the jackets. El-Arians here. Good morning and welcome to Squawk Box here on CNBC Live from the NASDAQ market site in Times Square. You going to keep on it? Well, you have to.
Yes.
You got a real job.
I'll take it off at half past.
That's a good idea. Go half and half.
Yeah.
We can't get him to do that. He's solidly with the jacket. I'm Joe Kernan. This is that's Mike. Yeah, that's Mike Santoli. Oh, God. I'm not a weatherman. That's Robert Frank. And that is Mohammed. Well, you need no introduction, Mohammed El-Arian. Both Becky and Andrew are off today. I think Becky's back tomorrow, I believe, hanging out with us for the entire hour. So it's going to seem like 3 or 4 hours. No, I'm kidding. It's going to fly. It's going to fly. Mohammed El-Arian is going to be here for the entire hour. And we're going to see you at least a couple times. And you can weigh in. You can actually, because it's like your pseudo guest hosting, so you can weigh in, you can ask questions, you can grill guests, you can do whatever you want.
Not even pseudo.
No, not even pseudo.
Just straight guest
Kind of
host.
pseudo, because we don't do it anymore.
I'm kind of guest hosting, so he's
You're
kind of the guest.
hosting, so he's, I don't know what, you're kind of a pseudo, quasi.
Okay. All right.
US
Joe, I'm here to make you look good.
Yeah, that's, have some heavy lifting there, Mohammed. Think to hold up? I don't know. Last week they were green almost every morning, and only Friday did we really sort of sustain the gains and add to them. Treasury yields this morning, 425 or so, I think, on the 10-year, maybe 422. Last we looked, let's see, 423. And you can see the 2-year, a little bit more of an inversion than we saw recently.
Well, it had narrowed, and now it's
narrowed, now it's come back.
Well, that's because, and let's get to it with Mohammed, to talk about the markets. Big week of economic data coming up, and the feeling coming out of Fed Chair Jay Powell's Jackson Hole speech, Mohammed. And first of all, welcome and good to see you. What's your main takeaway? A year after Powell was brief and relatively blunt and harsh and trying to persuade the markets that a lot more tightening was to come, he seemed not really to want to make explicit news. He kind of recapitulated the current situation. Inflation's down a lot, but not enough. We may hike more, but we're going to be data dependent. Not talking about cuts just yet. So where does that leave us?
So first, what Powell did, and it actually came as good news to the markets, is he didn't say anything new. He maintained maximum policy optionality. And the market liked that because there was some concern that he may go and start talking about this R-star, longer-term issues, which actually are uncertain for markets. So the good news for the
R-star, which is this theoretical neutral rate of interest, right?
Correct. What's really interesting is the 2 things he did say about the longer term. One is, and we have played it on the air, inflation, the target is and will remain 2%, very controversial. And second, that we are operating under the stars, but it's a cloudy sky. Right? These 2 things are really meaningful because away from him, and unfortunately, there's enough coverage. There was a lot of discussion about how the global economy is changing, how supply-side issues are becoming more important, and what does that mean for monetary policy. So the good news for the markets is they heard what they want to hear, which is nothing new. But the bigger news is that there are real puzzling, outstanding issues out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can really describe those in several ways, right? We have a full employment economy in the U.S. where inflation has been coming down, not to target, but it's been coming down. It seems late in the cycle based on a lot of metrics, and yet we're kind of reaccelerating in terms of GDP growth right now. Longer-term Treasury yields going up, but it's not because inflation expectations are spiking. So I guess it would make sense for a central banker to say, I want to preserve as much flexibility as possible.
Yeah, totally. And look at the marketplace. Look what we're pricing. Pause, hike, pause, cut. I've never seen that sequence before. It shows you that we are uncertain. We think inflation will remain low. We think the Fed will have a green light to cut. But that sequence is a really interesting one.
The structural changes that are most crucial, do you think, going on in the economy right now are what? I mean, there's a lot of talk that, okay, it's going to be a higher for longer world in terms of rates, but what ultimately is crucial?
Mike, it's all about the supply side. We've come from a world when it was all about the demand side. There was insufficient demand in the system. So what do? QE, zero rates, fiscal expansion. We're now in a world where it's about the supply side, and unfortunately, not enough policy tools are being used. So look at everything we talk about. The rewiring of supply chains, the transition in the economy, the labor market, like you just mentioned, labor becoming more forceful. We have the possibility of more strikes. You saw what happened at American Airlines. You saw what happened at UPS. So it really is all about the supply side, and we've got to get our head around there.
One of the lines I found interesting in the speech was he said, look, the only way to get to 2% is to either have below trend economic growth or to have a softer labor market, probably both. Yet it feels like the stock market in the first half of this year believed that we were going to have this sort of immaculate disinflation and or that the economy was going to strengthen. In fact, it does seem like we're not experiencing subpar economic growth right now. They're the Atlanta Fed talking about a 5% plus third quarter. Do you think the market's not getting that message about below trend economic growth?
So I think the market has changed its mind so many times. I mean, if I remember correctly, we went from soft landing to hard landing to no landing to crash landing in March to soft landing, and some people are talking again about no landing. So we've been all over the place, and that's because it is such an uncertain time. I think, Robert, the key issue is 2% the right target? That is the key issue.
Well, he's got to say it is.
He's got to say it is, and there was a lovely line by one of the speakers, Professor Eichengreen, which is that we're going to tiptoe to a higher inflation target. We're not going to announce it.
Something real quick.
We're just going to end up living.
If you guys want
with
this on, you
inflation
just
that's above
throw it in
2%.
the chat that you want to.
It's going to prove to be stable, and at some point you're going to be able to make that transition. If that
Steve
happens,
Valerian, whatever his
that's
name
great
is.
for the markets.
Do you think
I'll
in an
leave it up for
election
you. So in
year
the chat,
you can
that's
get
what you want to
away
hear.
with
I'll go over
cutting
the
rates
levels and
if
stuff
it's
real quick.
2.8, 2.9, as long as it has a...
But I literally just heard somebody say on the on YouTube there was nothing really this week to be worried about. Yo, no. Oh, no. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. So today, this whole week is inflationary data. What you mean there isn't nothing this week? What? Please, be mindful who it is you listen to on YouTube. If you do not know that the Fed uses PCE, you should probably not be trading. So somebody literally just said there isn't much as far as data this week. I just don't know. Let me plug my phone in and we're going to get right to it. I'm just going to tell you where I think we go. I think SPY goes to 442 today. I'm going to look for a pullback and see if we can't get this thing in the 442 area. So yes, I just, wow, I can't believe I just heard that. I can't believe I just heard that. But anyway, let's move on. I'm sorry that I sat on that for as long as I did, but I don't know. So NQ, these are the Nasdaq futures, guys. We are pulling ourselves back up, coming into an area that's possibly resistance. Um, Mohammed Alarian, that was his name. That was bugging me. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at the scanner. I know we have Tesla. Tesla's moving right now. I'm trying to get just trying to get everything in line. So let's see here if we end up getting this pullback. It's like this is a whole level that's like it's multiple different areas here. You know, we're coming up into some resistance areas, though. That's my only concern with all this. I just smashed my watch. Why did I do that? All right. So, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let's get with it. I'm sorry. Sorry. So, what are we thinking for the Qs? All right. So, if we go to a daily chart, first off, we've already did this last night, so we pretty much know what are we looking for. We're looking for a bounce, right? You got some resistance up here at like 15.105, and we ultimately want to see if we can regain it and get back up there, right? We want to regain it and get back into this area here. Right here, right? You want to regain it and get back up into this area. Right there. That's where we want to get to. Wait, what just happened? There we go. See, it's like an area. I hate this price action because this price action is I don't understand why this thing just continues to mess with me. I have no idea why it's doing this to me. I have no idea. Alright. Alright. I know I gotta get a haircut. I know. I know. right, there we go. Sorry, the mic wasn't on. I was telling you, we made that area support, right? We've made 363.50 support. A little bit. We've only made it a little bit support. It's actually where I want to see if we can pull back into today. But it looks like we're going to be up. We have Tesla going, so, you know, that's going to be one of those things where it's going to be hard for the Qs to pull back if we are continuing to be as strong as we are. So we have a pivot high up here to double top, kind of, depending on how you want to look at it. So what we'll do is we will put the double top in, which also lines up right there, and then we will also put in our box to say, hey, this is about where we think we go before we pull it back. And again, that's just for today. All right, you get any further, then you want to look for, you know, you just want to walk it up. So for now, we're just going to look at this area here. All right, so it looks like the Nasdaq's going to try and pull itself back and see if it finds support. So if we find support, if we can pull it back, and even if I want to see if we can retest 363. All right, I want to see if we can retest that area. I feel like that's an important area that we should retest and put our foot in the ground, which was Friday's low, which we already did. We already did that, so we may not, but I will look for it. I will not be blind to the fact that we could pull ourselves back, then get that run up. All right, and then get that run up. If I'm going to have to do this all day, I'm sorry. I'm only going to continue to do it just a little bit for right now. I'm going to show you guys something too. All right. I'm going to show you guys something that nobody usually will talk, that nobody really talks about. All right. Nobody usually talks about this stuff. All right. And it's important. It's so important. I feel like it's so important. So there is strikes for Chevron, by the way, that just came out a few minutes ago, of strikes in Australia possibly starting up. It could be starting. On the S&Ps, we we did test it, but we've got a few areas here that, like, where was it specifically? Where the heck was it? I can't remember where it was, but right here. So we have not made 422 area or 442. We have not made that resistance yet on the S&Ps. All right, we have not made that area a resistance level yet. So I want to see if there's, I don't like this. Sometimes the chart patterns just aren't there, and you got to give them time to set up. But if we can see what's taking place and get that future picture, All right, this is the last time I'm going to fool with it. If it does it again, hopefully I'm smiling or something, because I'm done messing with it. All right, I'm done messing with it. Look how white I am because I don't go outside. I literally just sit here and work all day, every day, all night, as long as it takes. Let me see here. I want to get better at doing this stuff. God damn it. Fucking losing viewers because I suck at this shit. I'm just playing. Let's see here. Properties. Properties. This is my property. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Maybe if I unlock it for a little bit. Or let me pull it down, actually. I don't know. It is what it is. If it goes down, it goes down. All right. So the S&Ps, I'm going to be watching for the 10-year guys. We were lockstep with the 10-year on the S&Ps and the Qs in the market for the most part. We've been lockstep with the S&P. So I'm going to look to see if we can get to the top of this range. See what I mean? Like, you really haven't made, there's like, it's just a pivot low, boom. Right? It's just, this price action kind of stinks if you ask me. It stinks. There it is, y'all. There it is, y'all. All right. There it is. Right there. That's her. That's her. We got it. We're going to meet this with the 50-day. Guarantee it. My upside's going to be 444, even though we discussed that last night. And I'm still clicking, even though I made a video that you don't have to go down to click. So this is what I'm going to be watching for. And hopefully, not hopefully, but it's only a matter of time before the 50-day follows right behind it and we come in to get that rejection. We should get that rejection right in there. All right, the 50-day, this red box, it'll come down a little bit today because of the days opening up. It's going to open a little bit lower, so it's going to price that open in, or Friday's close, I should say, and to where we are today in conjunction with that. And that's going to bring it down a little bit. And I think we do by tomorrow. We meet and we're up here by 444. I thought today, we would get that initial push, pull it back, possibly look for a long back at like 441, 440 area, right? 440, 50, right? That could be another area. If we get a pullback, we'll look for a long. And then we'll look to see if we can ride it right up to the 50-day. Right? So we've still got a major area on Tesla at 242, 243 area. Um, we got to look for a pullback to be able to buy this thing with a little bit of weakness, in the midst of strength, right? We open up today, and that RSI is just, high. The MACD's high. We'll see what happens, because I still feel like we could go lower, right? It feels like we're going to put in a lower high on the whatchamacallit. Sorry, there's a fly. A lower high on the MACD and the RSI. Like right now, we're a bit overextended. There's a triple top up here at that circle. I think that circle is obviously a moving average of sorts, which I will worry about it in a minute. So yeah, so now we're trying to turn that previous pivot into support. All right, turn that previous pivot into support. 250. Can we get there? I don't see a reason why we couldn't, right? It's just, do we get there today, tomorrow? Now that the long has pretty much been taken, if you weren't in it Friday, they may start, taking profits. There's some relative weakness, guys, with Nvidia, right? There's some real relative weakness or divergence from the overall markets with Nvidia, right? Friday, Nvidia closed red. The S&Ps closed green, right? We closed green, and if I bring up like a 5-minute chart, right? You see how we're working ourselves up? Look at that. We're going. Right? Look at Nvidia. Looks nothing like the sorts. We're going down. So I want to see if I can. I'm going to look to short this thing. I'm going to look to be short Nvidia. And I'm not ashamed to say it, because that's an awful looking chart. That's bad looking. So we know we have a lot of inflation data this week, so don't let any rookies sit there and tell you that we do not have any type of data today, because we do. We have some very important inflation data. We're not even worried about GDP, because it's not GDP numbers. It's the revised GDP from Q2. We're in Q3. All right. Revised Q2 GDP numbers. Today, or not today, but Wednesday. Sorry, guys. I was just wanting to see where everything was at. And look at the volume coming in on Nvidia up there. So, it's tough. It's tricky. That's why it's trading. Let's see. So we got a bounce. Boop, boop. We might try to climb higher, because I see this little double top there that it's trying to hold now, but I feel like it's trying to make that level an area of resistance also. Nope, it broke above it. So right here, there's this little double top on the 15-minute chart. I'm going to be looking at that area right here. It's at this level right on the money is 459.67. Right, 459.67. That's a key area I'm gonna watch. It's not like a major level because you have this base here, but can we start to put in another lower high? We'll see. All right, team. Let's get it. 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 All right. Sorry about that. Do you guys have any tickers you guys want to go over at all? I know I got to do a better job at this, and I'm a little... I don't know why this is doing this on me. I really don't. I'm not sure why it's doing this to me. Alright, so I'm on CBX because of the news about some possible strikes. But I want to look at... TSM, AMD, TLT, Qualcomm. Looks like semis might get a bounce back today. GDC is a small cap that we could also look at real quick. GDC's ripping and going, guys. Not sure if it has any type of news, but I will check this stock out. GDC. GDC is on the watch list now. Come on. All right, let's do this. So where are we at right now in GDC? We topped out up here at 493. This thing's probably already taken. I should have done a little better job trying to track these. All right. So we might have a little bit of room. We may have a little bit of room here. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Dude. This is why I don't like logarithm. Like, I didn't even barely move it. Huh. That's insane. Alright. We're up here. So we have just gotten up above that area that we could make support now, and you're above all the major moving averages. Where do we go from here? Is this clearly going to be a double top? This thing's got some room, guys. This is a weird... I don't like this logarithmic, and I want to change it. No. We're here. Auto. There we go. Alright. So, there's some minor support and resistance. At 439. We're above that. Wow. Let's see here. Could we get to 675? We could, because that would be roughly our closing price right with that previous pivot. GDC, I'm going to look for that $6 area. What is it? 650. 658. Come on. Shouldn't have to be this tough to just get some levels going here. Alright, so 658, and I will check on it in case it gets there. I will just keep my eye on it. Microsoft. Right, because the Dow is bouncing. Hold on. Alright, so this is Microsoft here, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a box here right where the 100-day is. And I'll have to go back to it, which we know it's at this level, but I got to go back to it to be able to move it to where it is, because I want to make sure that that I know the 100 days, like where it's at, so that I know if we're pulling it back, that can be a place where I'm going to be a buyer. That's the point of moving averages, is to be able to, you know, buy and sell at certain areas. That's the sole purpose of it, right? That's the sole purpose. What are you guys watching today? Does anybody have anything in mind? Top Horizon Therapeutic. Horizon Therapeutic. Oh, that's that Amgen deal. HZNA. HZNP. HZNP. That is the Amgen deal. Let me go over Microsoft and we'll cover that. There it goes. It's pushing. Look at it pushing as soon as I go to. Alright, we'll see if we can get a pullback on Microsoft and look to be a buyer down here at Friday's high. See if we pull it back and can hold it. It feels like Microsoft's got a ways to go. In all seriousness, it feels like it's got a way to go. Yes, I still think it sits in this area here, right? 327.38 could be your resistance. We have our 50-day up there. That's going to be one of the targets if we can get there. Just want to make sure everything's still working. Like I said, these charts are not that great. They're really not that great, guys. Adobe, I want to see if Adobe, we can get that to the downside. I'm going to run and use the restroom real quick. ADBE, ADBE, ADBE. Alright, daily charts. ENPH. Hurting. The thing's just hurting. So again, guys, I'm going to be, for the most part, taking my time, just waiting to see what sets up, right? If Meta pulls back, right, 286, then I'll think about buying it, right? I want to be buying pullbacks. I don't want to just catch pre-market run-ups and get screwed because it doesn't hold the level, right? 328, 323, Meta, 380, 286.55. 286.55. Right, that's where I want to buy pullbacks. Or I'm going to be looking to short, one of the two. Right, or we short up here. I will, like I said, I feel like the market's just getting ahead of itself. It really is. It really is. Still want to find some nice setups. You guys have any really nice technical setups that are out there that you guys see? Because I don't really have any as of just yet, you know. And AMD, like AMD still struggling to get up above its Friday's high. The market's above Friday's high. AMD isn't. Google above Friday's high. Look, it's just still going. Well, looks like we might want to look for a pullback. You know, you don't want to just fight the trend, but I mean, you're coming into resistance. Makes it easier to fight the trend when you're coming into resistance. We got 30 minutes. If you guys have any setups or any questions or anything, if you could, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Just gonna look around for some opportunity. Let me look at the pre-market gappers and stuff. Some of the stuff I'm looking at doesn't seem to have any really good setups either. So, I mean, we'll wait, you know, and once we get to the levels on the SPY and the Qs, we look for a possible pullback or we buy the pullbacks, right? Meta, Marvel, HE, Hawaiian Electric. I will be watching this. Oh, it's Sun W. Alright, so I'm going to be watching HE. kind of curious what happens with them. XPAV, that's
And then, of course, you had the ancillary commentary from Mester, for example, who still a little bit hawkish, but then Bullard and Parker, of course, talking about maybe we haven't done enough. Maybe it's time to let these prior hikes work their way into the economy.
Yeah. And where are we right now in terms of new consumer spending? We saw a lot of, obviously, we got our last sort of batch of retail earnings reports last week. Mixed bag, to say the least, and not so great.
sorry guys, if you guys don't know, she kept me up all night again. So it's gonna be a tough morning for me. It's hard when there's nobody there and I'm not talking to anybody or anything. I haven't really been to bed. It's a shame. It's really fucking with me. Alright, so Tesla. XPEV, we know we have that. Somewhat of a reverse head and shoulders. So here we go. We're trying to find ourselves into support. You know, it's going to be a little tough depending on the size of the gap up. I don't know if we get much movement today. So if I go into the SPY, let me go get my SPY. Let me do my SPY analysis real quick, and then we'll tie that in with any stock that we think will be strong or weak or whatever. Come on. Sorry guys, I'm wanting to make sure that everything is Gucci. Yeah. Alright, so we're coming into, I want to see if we can get up to 442. 442.50 is the area I'm looking for on the S&Ps. Doesn't mean we have to get there today. We're already 442.09. That's where I want to look for a pullback at. 442.50, which is going to put us like right here, right? Yup, 442.50. 442.50. So far, we're getting a triple top up there. Can I ask you guys a question? So, what's her name is over in China right now? Raimondo, U.S. Secretary, or U.S. Commerce Secretary Raimondo. We can have wonderful business. We can have, great trade. We could be a great trade partner, this and that. I thought they were trying to help Ukraine out. Now they're buddying up with the enemy who is best friends with the ones that's taking Ukraine out. What? This is what I don't understand, man. You guys play right... not you guys, I'm sorry. But some people play right into that shit. Like, what? Somebody needs to just go finish that job. Right? Go fix the ties so everyone can just move the hell on. Joe and crew started this. They all started this shit back in the 2010s, 2011s. Like, no reason to bring it back up. Right? So say what you want, think what you want, but they came on TV talking about we're not going to be doing business with people who buy and sell with Russia until they move out, this and that. They didn't say until they move out, but again, they said we're not going to do business with them. But here we are, been making all kinds of trips over there. Here we are with Raimondo. We could have a great trade partner agreements, blah 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 blah. But wait, they are feeding this war through Russia. Russia is able to do what they're doing because of China, for the most part. It's helping them not run out of money, at least. So, which is it? Which is it? I just can't wait for Zelensky to feel he got duped. How long does that take? You know? Oh, they won't let us in because they're too scared to fight. What? That's what's going to happen, too. So, I don't know. My man got duped. I'm telling you. So, I mean, that's all. I'm just being real, right? Am I wrong to think that? They just can't, the stuff that's happened to these people, right? The innocent people that have been getting killed outside of their homes and stuff in Ukraine, it's sad. And yet here we are talking about doing business with the supplier of it. You know, or it's helping contribute to it. So, it doesn't make any sense to me. That's why they're all liars. This is why I don't vote. I'm so tired. Hopefully I can find myself a nice setup today and not have a miserable day. Alright, so the 2-year has kind of climbed itself up out of bed. So keep your eye on that. Actually, it's pulling back. The yields are pretty much pulling back now, which is good. You okay? I'm gonna look at TLT actually. I wonder if that's where I need to be. I mean, I do need to be there if yields come down, but the thing is like with TLT, you want to be there on the days that that it's when they cut when you want to be there, right? You want to be there before they cut, but that would be a position you put on and give it time. I was just thinking something. I was thinking with some of these bombs, do you think we've shifted the Earth at all? And by how much? And like how much would it be to actually shift the Earth? What would it take? This here looks... She might be trying to set herself up. Man, I want to pull back though. I don't want to just be long. But if yields are going to pull themselves back, I got to put a piece on. This was incredible, man. If you guys were able to take advantage of that one, I hope so. But if not, you know, I made my thumbnails. That's like this type of move, guys. I'm telling you right now, man. It doesn't look like much, but I'm telling you right now, 2 days of that. All right. I'm going to put up the S&Ps. Guys, I'm just going to trade the morning session and take a nap in the like towards lunch, and then I'm going to come back on. I'm going to do a college football show, maybe trade the 3 o'clock afternoon session. If you could, hit that like button, share this, subscribe if you haven't already done so. I have a few things that I'm going to do. I don't know why my analytics have been so screwed up as of lately. But I'd like to be able to fix that. I'd like to get that fixed. I guess I'm not appealing to the people, and that's okay. You can never get up. You just got to get up and do better. All right, there's our pullback, guys and girls, ladies and gents. Ladies and gents, we're getting our pullback right now. I guess I'm gonna put up Tesla and TLT. Really, that's it. Tesla and TLT, maybe some small caps. We'll see. See, FTC paused the challenge. Amgen's 27. That's weird. Alright, let me get this set up. Yes, I'm very tired. That is the last time this girl keeps me up at night. And I've said it before, but I mean it. I am going to do whatever I gotta do to get her to sleep at night. I'm not letting her sleep all day. No, what is going on? I'm so messed up. Hold up. Background. Alright, background, good. Apply, RSI, 3 minute. Let's go to studies, add study, all studies. Let's go to Man, this sucks, man. Fuck.
actually out a bit earlier.
prices that might have been excess. We'll see when we get the proxy. But that there was a concern about overlaps from those two, hence an antitrust concern. Danaher providing a cleaner deal in terms, Carl, of any concern around.
I'm so tired, guys, so I do apologize. We have a couple minutes here. It's 9:20. We have 10 minutes. All right, let's see here. Studies, ad study, RSI. Oh, come on.
I was going to say whether or not we could bundle Amgen, Microsoft, and Danaher as sort of adding momentum to the field, but maybe your tidbit about Danaher takes a little shine off of that thesis.
You still have to be concerned if you're a company considering a deal that might get real scrutiny, or even when you don't expect it necessarily will. Certainly from a timing perspective, given still the possibility to go to court. But that said, again, that's why this is being viewed more broadly than just specific to a particular deal, although obviously very important for that deal.
All right, 9:21. So Tesla is holding.
Cover some M&A. We'll get to some IPOs in a little bit here. We'll talk some Disney as well. Shares experiencing a pretty rough August so far, trading at a 9-year low. We'll talk about what's next for the company and the stock. As futures holding up here this final week of August, we'll watch volume and keep our eyes open for any air pockets. Stay with us.
My store, my design business works for me, but my old internet not letting me run the show.
All right. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes, get my 50-day moving averages, everything all set, ready to go, and we will get it cracking. Again, I'm going to take a nap if we don't do anything after the morning session, and then I'm going to come back on and whatnot. 50-day moving averages. This is our higher end resistance level. I want to see if we can get to 442 on the S&Ps. 442.50 is my area. Doesn't mean we got to get there today, but we could probably do it tomorrow. Or if we just pull it back and are able to hold it today, then I want to see if we can get long at the end of the day to get a rally, gap up at night, come into the morning with a gap up, and I'll be able to take some of that off. So, I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm just really curious of like how things start to set up. And again, don't forget about Microsoft. Microsoft's got CY.
Sometimes the only thing standing between you and opportunity is someone who can make the connection.
At ICE, we connect people to opportunity.
Everybody hates the taking off and putting on your shoes nightmare at the airport. Now, there's an easier way. New hands-free Skechers slip-ins. With these Skechers slip-ins, you just step in and go without bending down or looking for a place to sit. Try new machine-washable hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Former Kansas City Fed President Tom Holding. Reaction to the Fed Summit. Perspective on the current economy and Fed policy. Squawk on the street to 11 Eastern. We'll see if the Bulls can hang on to the ball here after the S&P and the NASDAQ turned in their first positive week in 4. And the NASDAQ with its best week since mid-July. Pretty good diet of data this week. And some earnings. We're not done. We'll get Box and HP and Salesforce and Dell and Lulu throughout the course of the week. Opening bells coming up in about 6 minutes. Don't miss our new mega offer.
What Jill teaches you is use your money to work for you.
Join Jim Cramer and the CNBC Investing Club. Go to CNBC.com/club offer now.
The place to be is the club.
Every year, summer poses the same question. How do you make the most of every moment before it passes you by?
Coming up at 10:30, the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index for August. Expecting 21.6. Again, that's at 10:30.
It's on. Don't miss out. The BMW Summer on Sale
volume is very low. Keep that in mind. At least pre-market it was. Man, this sucks. It's so hard to get something started. But it's all good. We'll just keep trying. Keep trying. Don't give up. I will have something going here for us. Once that little girl can help me sleep.
I'm Jay Jackson. For almost 20 years, Abacus Life has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors. And in just seconds, you can use the free calculator at abacuspace.com to learn what your
Alright, we got 5 minutes, so what I'll do is I'll cruise around. I was looking at the scanners.
don't sell or lapse your policy.
Fox Business,
No fees and no obligations. Get the real value from life insurance when you need it.
Florida Representative Diaz Ballard says there's a possibility of a government shutdown.
I just could not hear. I was hesitant to get the hearing aids because of my short hair, but nobody even sees them. Our nearly invisible hearing aids are just one reason we've been the brand name for over 75 years. When I finally could hear for the first time, I started crying. I could hear everything. Call 1-800-MIRACLE and schedule your free hearing evaluation today. What is PEN? It's a variable. A symbol of flexibility. Solving for the needs of today's investors. Finding opportunities across asset classes. Investing to sustain growth ahead of the unknown. That's the power of M.
The opening bell is brought to you by Nuveen, a leader in income, alternatives, and responsible investing.
A lot of news in the auto space both last week and more this week. Of course, we had the UAW strike authorization votes on Friday. Got some results where the overwhelming approval of the right to authorize a strike at the big three. We'll watch that closely. Auto sales later in the week as well. Meantime, a lot of the other players in the EV space, David, whether it's BYD or XPeng, are signing partnerships, buying mobility businesses. I know you're interested or at least curious about VFS. Up another
Good luck today, guys. Not try to, but remember, you don't just, it's Monday. Be patient. Let the trades come to you. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I am here if you have any questions. About 1 minute. Alright, let's see here. GM.
SPAC itself is very small. The contribution to capital, hence the number of shares outstanding is tiny, and that's why basically there's no shares. It's not an accurate reflection in any way of the fundamentals of that company. Doesn't mean it won't keep going up, in part just because of scarcity value, because it doesn't take much growth.
We'll be watching for the impact on CPI from used cars, and particularly used EVs, where you're looking at outright declines year on year in the 20-30% range, which is really feeding sort of disinflation in the used cars, which is a big component of CPI on the shelf.
Right. And then obviously continued focus, as we always do, on Tesla. One has to, China and the Chinese market, the importance of that market to that automaker. It seems every price cut is reported on quite aggressively. We always talk about
Alright, guys. Good luck today.
far beyond that.
Let's do it.
Competitors. That said, it's not that it won't be a focus. You can see a little bit of bounce more recently.
Interesting, we've talked to Eunice a moment ago just about overall stress within the Chinese consumer mindset. More stories out this morning that President Xi really is not a fan of anything resembling direct stimulus to consumers. More of it is on the edges, making it easier to trade stocks or buy back shares. Industrial profits, by the way, in China for July down 6.7, which doesn't sound great. Not as bad as the prior month, down 8.3. So they got issues with fixed asset investment.
Alright, good luck today. Good luck this week, guys. I'll call out anything that I do. I'll throw it in the chat. and give you guys my thoughts. Good luck. Here comes the bell. There's our pullback right off the jump.
U.S. markets are now open. The S&P futures pulling back on that open.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes. I haven't been since the space shuttles there, though. I have not actually seen that.
At the NASDAQ, it's hunger-free America aiming to end hunger in this country. So we'll kick things off here, see if the S&P can hold. I think J.P. Morgan's point this morning was that support actually was Fundstrat over the weekend, looking at support around 43.50, but it should really have to get back into the near 4,500 range to argue that we've reclaimed the momentum that we lost in August.
Yeah, August is always a tough month, but it's coming to an end, though, isn't it?
And now you got this morning, CFRA, Sam Stovall says it's September.
MULN,
Maybe an
Mullen
explanation
Automotive,
digesting the gains. Since 1945, the
announces
only
Class
month
3
where the
vehicle
S&P
purchase
was
order
down
with
more
NRTC
frequently
Automation
than it's
Group.
up. So that would not argue
Mullen,
for any kind of
or
repair.
NRTC to initially purchase 3 commercial Class 3 EV trucks with deliveries slated to begin in Q4 2023.
We'll start to see a volume.
It's Mike Uniform, Lima, November, MULN.
As you note, in the Hamptons or other places that people are hopefully relaxing on this conceivably last week of the summer. NVIDIA, which of course we mentioned at the top of the show, given the very lackluster response to those incredible numbers, up ever so slightly. But overall, big tech up a bit more as we do see sort of the market's first broad response, at least to the various comments coming from Chair Powell and others out of Jackson Hole. We'll see what we can sustain here in terms of any significant rally. Only name I see a couple of the drug companies sort of a bit weaker, and Netflix, which had rallied a decent amount last week, is also down a bit. But overall, as we start trading here on this Monday,
GDC's going.
we are seeing a general rally with the S&P up.
Come on. This sucks so bad. I knew this was going to happen.
Arguing that the
Alright.
could be a benefit to Netflix because the damage is going to be so concentrated in television. Of course, next month is when a lot of the TV networks roll out whatever fall slate they have to offer.
Turkey's Erdogan to visit Russia's Sochi soon. Says he hopes there will be developments regarding the Green Deal after Erdogan's Sochi visit.
Conversational momentum.
Yeah, at least it doesn't appear near term that there's a real hope for a settlement. Happen to know, I'm sure you do, a couple of writers who have a hope at least that, by October perhaps. The idea being that you really don't want to enter a new year still on strike. And obviously it starts to take a significant toll on the pocketbooks of many of those who are striking. Not to mention, of course, it will result in a very
AFRM affirmed shares moving lower over the last few minutes, below the $18 level at 17.56, down 1.3%. For Alpha Foxtrot, Romeo Mike, AFRM.
They're pushing it at the top of the feed. Interesting. We're going to talk Disney with Stephen Cahill in a little bit, but on its own 10-year history, now trading on a revenue multiple at the bottom percentile. Not surprising since it's actually trading near 9-year closing lows. Today, UBS does reiterate a buy, but 32nd percentile on a forward PE at Disney. And David, we've made the point that these are levels that you saw right when COVID hit and the parks were shut.
It is rather stunning to see the decline in the stock price, although in some ways it is reflective of what is a changing earnings picture for the company in terms of future. We all know that. We talked a great deal about it. I've spent a lot of time talking to its current leader, Bob Iger, about it. And there's just so much uncertainty, I guess, in terms of the future of ESPN, in terms of who or what they end up with when it comes to a partnership with either a technology partner of some kind that helps with distribution, or even the leagues themselves, and what the value that
Alright, let's do it. Sorry, guys. I started falling asleep there. I knew this was going to happen, but it's all good. Boom, boom, boom. Microsoft was pulling back.
Higher at above 444 at 440.45. Up 0.65% for the early trading
Man, this is a gap and go on the S&P. He's looking for that 244. There it goes. Remember what I said? HE. Again, guys, I'm going to be patient myself.
you.